All right, well, California self-employed and independent contractors can now apply for employment. Today, the state started accepting applications under a new program. They're calling it the Pandemic Unemployment Assistance.
But the program launch came with some problems. And joining us now is the spokesperson for the Employment Development Department, Lori Levy. So it launched. How is it going so far in your assessment, Lori?
Well, we are very happy to be able to bring this program up today because there are so many people in need of these brand new benefits, this Pandemic Unemployment Assistance Program. And it is designed for those who are like self-employed, business owners, independent contractors, those who don't normally qualify for regular unemployment insurance programs. So it is up. People have been applying all day long, and sometimes it can get a little slow because of the immense demand at any one time on the system. It's going through our normal UI online system. We've programmed in additional questions. So as anybody comes into the system and depending upon what they enter, they'll be presented a different series of questions to help us in processing claims for PUA benefits.
I have a quick question from Terry, because that goes with exactly what you're explaining. Terry says, I've gone through 20 pages of instructions on how to file PUA on the website, only to keep getting recycled through all the pages again. Where is the actual link to file my information?
It's actually in several places. And what we've tried to do, because there's, for so many people, this is the first time that you've ever had an experience with an unemployment insurance program. And then to boot, we have all these brand new elements that the federal government has created through the Federal CARES Act. So it's very confusing and convoluted. So what we tried to do today is launch a brand new kind of entry page, unemployment benefits guide, to help people figure out what they do need to use to be able to apply for benefits. But it goes through the same UI online system. So it's several different links everywhere across our website to help people get to that page. And before they do, understand what information they're going to have with them to be able to apply for those benefits.
Okay, I have one here, Lori, from Gabrielle, and she says, I applied over a month ago, and it says that I have 4 weeks pending. I cannot get a hold of EDD. I have called every day for last week and cannot get a hold of anything but the same recording over and over. I'm unsure of how much I was approved for, so I'm stuck in a jam as far as moving forward. First of all, should she even be calling?
We have to say that we know the frustration that so many people are experiencing, and that's why we are working on a daily basis to enhance all of our capacity across our systems. We're adding new chatbot features, we're adding new web pages, we're adding loads and loads of additional staff, redirected staff who are coming to our aid. So we really appreciate everyone's patience. It is hard to get through on the phone. And we have put up some information relative to the 3 different phone lines that are available for varying levels of service depending upon your question. It's all on the Contact Us page on our EDD website. So we really hope that does provide some assistance. And hopefully we can get you some self-serve tools as much as possible as well, so you can avoid that frustration of waiting on the phone lines.
This question, Lori, is coming from Sandy, and she writes, I am a single mom of 2 and was just about to start a new job when everything closed down. Meanwhile, I ran out of benefits. There is an extension that has been mentioned, but to date, nothing has been applied. I am in a state of panic right now since there's literally no money coming in and not sure what to do. And again, she has 2 children she also needs to take care of.
Yeah, what a very difficult situation. Absolutely. That's why we have been working day and night to build all these new systems and program them into our system for an historic level of benefits we've just never even seen. So one of the things I can say is that it all really depends upon when you run out of your benefits and when your benefit year is up. So that's what we're sorting through right now between what's available in the new PUA program, the Pandemic Unemployment Assistance Program, and what's available in the upcoming 13-week federal extension program. So we're sorting through all that, and we're putting up information daily to assist people in determining how they can proceed. So I am so sorry, I must ask for patience, but we will have some information up there for you very, very soon to help guide you in this matter.
Let's go back to the new program, the PUA program. There's a person, her name I believe is Carrie, and they say, I am a sports official, and then she puts in parentheses, independent contractor. As a side job, with schools closed, I've lost money that we count on. Do I qualify for benefits under the PUA program? I've also been furloughed from my full-time job. So yeah, she says she's a sports official. She says it's an independent contractor. What do you think? Is that something that would apply under this new program?
Well, I can't speak to a specific case because I don't have those kind of details in front of me on any individual case, but I can say, generally speaking, that the way the federal government has built these programs and intends us to implement them is that if you have any what are called W-2 wages, so wages reported by an employer over the last 18 months, that is what we have to go with first and foremost. So if you have any of those wages from an employer over the last 18 months, and it's enough to support a regular unemployment insurance claim, that's what we will process it as. So as you come into our UI online system and as you answer these questions and provide information, our system helps us determine if it is a regular unemployment insurance claim or it goes into a pandemic unemployment assistance claim. And if you do have any of those W-2 wages, most likely it'll go to a regular unemployment insurance claim.
Gotcha.
Lori, so this question is from Dave, and I know we've heard this from other people as well. Dave writes, I signed up for unemployment on 3/26/2020, so about a month ago. EDD mailed my B of A EDD debit card on 4/20/2020. The card's expiration date is 4/23, and he received the card on 4/27, so it already expired. The EDD left me with no food, and now I can't pay my rent. And I know we've heard of this happening to other people as well.
Well, I can't see the card. Is it at is it 2023, April of 2023? Because I don't think we ever put any dates, like a specific date of a month on a card. It most likely would be a year. And anytime you do receive an EDD debit card, it is good for 3 years. And so, and if you have your UI online account, one of the benefits of that is you can go check your online account and you can check the status of those the benefit payments, what you've been given and what's been processed to your card. And usually after that typical biweekly certification process where you answer questions and you tell us that you remain unemployed and otherwise eligible, that next benefit payment can arrive within usually a couple days on that debit card.
So maybe what people are seeing as a year, they're thinking it's a day, but it's actually the year. It's 2023. Is what you're saying.
If they're getting a brand new card right now, most likely it's good for 3 years until 2023.
Well, that's good to know because we've seen lots of questions just like that.
Yeah. Okay, I want to get to this question from Amy right now. She says, I was disqualified for benefits for no reason. All of my coworkers have received their benefits. I can't get through on the phone. When this is finally resolved, can I expect it retro to when I filed last month? So she's asking, will she get paid retroactively from when she first began filing?
First of all, obviously, it's so difficult with unemployment insurance because it really is a case-by-case basis. You may have something in your employment history over the last 18 months that your coworker does not. And so it really all kind of depends on each individual's work history and earnings. So I would say that that's, first of all, the case. But also, you know, obviously, it's very difficult just depending upon what your situation is in terms of proceeding. We may have had one of those situations where, you know, we had to verify eligibility or verify wage records that don't necessarily match with what we have. So I would just say, and I'm so sorry, sometimes it is the extra bit of patience required as we try to follow up with you if indeed some of these other situations may apply.
Well, and John writes, what if you applied and the question, are you currently looking for work? And the answer is no, because you know that when this is all lifted, you're going to go back to your regular job, but then they were denied benefits.
Well, you shouldn't be denied benefits for answering that question, no. We can't make a lot of permanent changes in the program. These are a lot of temporary things that we've been able to do because of the unique circumstances of this pandemic. And one of them means that if you answer that no, that will not disqualify you from benefit payments on our back end here, as long as you meet all other eligibility requirements. So answer it truthfully, and we've been able to adjust some of those normal eligibility requirements on the processing end, and that will not prevent you from getting that benefit for that week.
Okay, how about another one here? This is from Kara. She says, can you get unemployment with an overpayment? Can they waive until the pandemic is over? What are they talking about there?
Situations, and again, I can't speak to anybody's individual case, not having those details, but I can tell you that there are situations by which there are overpayments, and oftentimes that's associated, and again, oftentimes, generally speaking, when somebody provides some false information, they go back to work and they don't report that to the EDD, so they collect a paycheck as well as unemployment benefits. And as we go through our records and we identify that, that's when you're charged an overpayment, and you have to pay that back the next time you come into our unemployment insurance program, or we can even sometimes tap into some tax refunds. So it's really important for people to know, because it can be considered fraud. When you go back to work, you must report that to the EDD, and then your unemployment benefits do stop at that point.
Okay.
I have a question from Patty. Patty writes, if my employer calls me back to work, but there's no guaranteed hours or how many days he will have available for me, meaning I won't be able to make what I was making per week prior to the pandemic, would I still be able to get the extra $600 per week as long as I'm still qualified for partial unemployment insurance?
No, a very good question. I think there's been so much confusion around these new federal aspects of unemployment. And the answer is, as long as you're eligible for at least $1 in a weekly unemployment benefit, we will automatically be adding the full $600 to each week of those benefits. And that's between the end of March and the end of July. So yes, if you're going back to work and you have less hours and work than you normally do through no fault of your own, you can be eligible for unemployment benefits. It all depends upon what your earnings are. You do have to report that to us. Yeah. But as long as you're getting that $1 in an unemployment benefit, you would be able to receive the extra $600.
So how about this one then from Jackie, who says, I am reopening my claim Friday as my SDI is ending. I am released to return to work search since shelter in place is still in effect. Will I be eligible for the $600 extra per week?
Okay, well, again, I don't have the details, but if somebody was on a state disability insurance claim, that's what an SDI claim is. Right. That's a whole separate program. When you're either ill or injured through no fault of your own, you're missing work, then that is something that you can get disability insurance benefit payments for. Or if you're caring for an ill family member, then you can get some paid family leave benefits through that same program. And most of us pay for that through our contributions and our paychecks. It's the employers who pay for the unemployment insurance program. And if indeed you are missing work through no fault of your own, it has nothing to do with an illness, then you could be eligible for unemployment insurance.
Julie has a question. Julie writes, do I qualify if I was laid off, called back, but need to stay home for my elderly parent and my employer replaced me without telling me?
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Yeah. Obviously, an individual circumstance, I'm sorry to hear, but it all kind of depends. If indeed you are losing work through no fault of your own, and because you have to provide care for an ill family member, certainly you could be eligible for a paid family leave claim. You could also be eligible for a pandemic unemployment assistance claim, depending upon whether or not you meet the various eligibility criteria. And I would encourage the individual to check out that information on our Pandemic Unemployment Assistance Program page for more information.
All right, just a couple more really quick before we have to go, Lori. Doug writes, my regular unemployment claim has run out. I understand there's a 13-week extension available. I cannot find out how to sign up for it anywhere. Is it automatic, or do I need to sign up for it somewhere? My EDD page just states my claim has been exhausted. No place available on there to sign up. So does the extension just automatically kick in?
Well, with the Federal CARES Act, there were 3 provisions that affected unemployment benefits. One of them is the extra $600 benefit payment, which we've implemented. The second one is the new Pandemic Unemployment Assistance Program, which we have implemented. The third is an additional 13 weeks of federal extension benefits. And that is something that the EDD is working around the clock right now to try to implement as quickly as possible. So we are trying to put some additional guidance for these individuals on our website, because again, it all depends on when you ran out of those benefits, what your benefit year was, when that benefit year ended, in terms of how we can help you proceed. And a lot of these things we will be able to connect with the individual to help them. But again, stay tuned for more details. This thing is evolving every day.
Okay, that's good to keep in mind, but of course it's really hard if you're in a panic situation and you have no money coming in. Tiffany asks, when per diem hospital workers apply for unemployment, should they use this new program or go through the regular system? Are per diem workers considered contract/self-employed workers?
And you know, again, it's hard to say on any specific case without seeing any details. I will say that if you are self-employed, an independent contractor, a business owner, or someone who may not have sufficient earnings, employment history, and so forth, that doesn't normally qualify for regular unemployment insurance, I would encourage you to file for a pandemic unemployment assistance claim. And what you do is you go through the same portal entry as you do for a regular claim. It's our UI online system. And what we've done is we've programmed in specific questions to help us determine how we process that claim. Is there enough information there to make it a regular UI claim, or is there some more information that we're going to collect from you to help us process it as a pandemic unemployment assistance claim? So I would encourage the individual to file.
All right, a lot of questions. Of course, people out there finding themselves in this spot for the first time, and certainly the EDD finding itself in this type of spot for the first time with such an influx of people needing help immediately. Spokesperson for the Employment Development Department, Lori Levy, thanks for taking all those questions tonight. I appreciate it.
No, thank you for helping us get the word out. It's really appreciated.